Hello everyone, I hope that you're doing great. Today I thought I would do something different and share a day in my life with you. I always start my day by checking my sleep cycle app. It's one of those things that I love to do in the morning. And then I go straight into the bathroom to put on my contacts. It has changed my life to switch to monthly contact as opposed to day ones. It's especially great when I'm working out, which is the case today. I'm putting together my favorite Lululemon outfit. It's by far my favorite brand when it comes to workout clothes. And then I'm just putting on those Primark sneakers that I only wear inside because we have an indoor gym. Then I go straight into the bathroom to put on some deodorant, and then I put my hair up in a ponytail. I hate working out when I have hair in my face. I've been using these hair elastic at the moment, which I really love, so I'm gonna link them in the description box. And then of course I'm brushing my teeth. After that, I'm going straight into the kitchen to fill in my water bottle. I've been loving this one recently because it's super big. It holds 1 liter, so I can make sure to stay hydrated. And I love this fridge. We're actually lucky that the previous owner left it in the house for us, and we've been loving it. It's something that we use daily. Now let's go to the at-home gym, which sounds a hell lot more fancy than it is. It's basically this room in the basement that connects the kitchen to the garage. We weren't really using it, so when we moved in, we decided to stop our gym membership. We invested in an elliptical and we've been using it ever since. I've been using the elliptical about 4 or 5 times a week. I usually do 20 to 30 minutes on it. I usually go forwards, but sometimes I like to go backwards because it's really great to build up muscle strength. Once I'm done with my cardio, I like to move on to strength training. And in this little cupboard, we have a lot of goodies that we've accumulated over the years. We have some weight and a kettlebell and all sorts of accessories. And recently I've been loving using the Tone It Up app on my phone. It's great because it has some programs that you can subscribe to, but it also has some on-demand classes. The great thing about this room is that we repurposed my old TV that I got in my Parisian flat and we connected an Apple TV to it. So that means I'm able to stream the workouts from my phone onto the TV, which makes it super easy to follow along. And if I have to be completely honest with you, I love to work out my butt and my arms. Those are by far my favorite. I hate working out my abs. As you can see, this room is functional, but it's not the prettiest in our house. That's because we have some water infiltration from our terrace. So we're gonna work on that later on this year and we're gonna completely redo this room. We actually had the flooring ever since we moved in, so we cannot wait to get started on it. Recently, I've been working out about an hour to an hour and a half a day, which means by the time I'm finished, I'm starving. So I'm moving straight into the kitchen to get started on breakfast. And today I'm gonna do some healthy avocado toast with poached eggs. And let me tell you, I have the best trick to get your poached eggs just right. I'm gonna start by grilling my bread. As you can see, I have some really weird bread over here. It's because it's a linseed bread from Aldi. This is so good and it's really healthy and it stays good for a really long time as well. Then I'm gonna move on to my eggs, and this is probably my best kept secret. This is something that I got from Marks & Spencer ages ago. I'm gonna link it in the description box. This is the secret to getting your poached eggs just perfect every single time. So while the water is boiling, I'm just cutting my avocado in half and then I'm going to slice it in the avocado itself. This is the best way to get really nice avocado pieces, and then I'm gonna scoop everything using a tablespoon onto the bread before smashing everything with a fork. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I eat a savory breakfast, it really gets me through the whole morning. So I'm loving this at the moment. And then I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice that I squeezed myself, some Himalayan salt, and then I'm going to use this little guy to preserve the half of my avocado. This is great because it keeps your avocado up to 5 days in the fridge. And then I'm going to toss the avocado skin onto the compost bin. By now the water should be just fine to put the eggs in. I'm going to start by spreading some olive oil into the little pots by using this Bodum thing that I got randomly about 10 years ago. I've been loving it ever since, and it's a great Christmas present. So I'm going to crack the eggs into it and then put the lid on so that they can cook properly. I have about 2 or 3 minutes to make myself a coffee, so I'm gonna make myself an iced latte starting with ice cube, and then I'm going to put on some almond milk in it. That's my favorite milk to use in my lattes, and then I'm gonna use my Nespresso machine to get my coffee. These are my favorite pods at the moment. The vanilla ones are so good. So I'm gonna do my coffee, and then I'm gonna add some liquid stevia with a little bit of caramel in it. It's just the best way to replace sugar and to add a little bit of something into your lattes. And to finish it off, I'm using a bamboo straw, and the real reason why I'm using a straw is because I have crazy sensitive teeth and there's no way I'm drinking this without a straw. By then my eggs should be about done. I'm going to use a tea towel to use the little pots because those get really hot. But you'll see it's so easy to scoop them out using a tablespoon, and this, guys, is the best and easiest way to get perfect poached eggs every single time. Breakfast is pretty much the only meal that I eat on my own, so I take full advantage of that, and I'm catching up on YouTube videos. And then I'm going to use my magnesium supplement. One of you actually recommended it because I have really sore muscles, and this is the best thing. After that, it is time to fill up my water bottle once more and let the dogs out for a little run. We are so blessed to have this garden so that they can go out and have fun, and it makes for a great break for us as well. It is time for me to hit the shower. I've been loving the shower gel from Avril. It smells like pear, it's delightful, and I'm also going to do a little body scrub while I'm at it. It is time to get dressed. I'm gonna put on a dress instead of my leggings that I pretty much wear every day now, and move on to my skincare routine. And look at that, guys, I really need to do a clear up of my bathroom. I love to use a hairband so that I can make sure I don't have any product in my hair, and then I'm just using a Konjac sponge and this cleanser by the organic range of Garnier. I've been loving this one recently. I really love to cleanse my skin in the morning, especially if I've been working out, so I'm just rinsing it with a little muslin, and then I'm going to switch to the Cerosync spray from La Roche Posay. This has been in my routine for years, and this is a new one, the Tonic Comfort from Lancome, that I'm applying with my hands. I'm just loving this at the moment. I'm moving on to eye cream, and I've been loving this serum by Lancome. This is the Génifique pour les yeux. I love using it because it feels very fresh and very relaxing in my routine, but it's a great base for concealer as well. I move on to serum, and I'm also using the Génifique serum from Lancome. I've been loving this recently. And then moving on to my day cream from Avril. Don't get worried, guys, my skin gets really red whenever I touch it. I have very reactive skin. It is now time to move on to makeup, and I'm using my RMS Beauty foundation with my beauty blender. This is a clean beauty brand. I really enjoy their products. And then I'm using my Clé de Peau concealer that I got last year in Japan. So it's about time that I'm starting to use it. I thought it would be amazing. It is not. And then I'm moving on to my eyeshadow primer from MAC, and then using this really nice eyeshadow from Clinique. This is an old favorite that I actually rediscovered. Then curling my lashes. I promise it looks awful on camera, it doesn't hurt. And then I'm moving on to mascara. I'm using the Mr. Big mascara from Lancome. I'm moving on to my eyebrows using this Benefit brush, and I'm actually also using a Benefit product. This is a new one in my routine. I love it because it has two ends. One has this amazing pencil and the other one has this powder, which is great to add some color and some density to your brows. I'm finishing it off by using the Bronze and Glow Duo from Charlotte Tilbury and this amazing pixie brush that I've been loving. It is now time to move on to my hair, and as you can see, whenever I work out it gets a little bit crazy. So I'm gonna start by brushing it using my wet brush. I actually use two different ones at the moment because I feel like it really gets the job done. And then I'm going to tie one half of my hair away from my face. This is so practical whenever I'm using a hair curler. Recently, I've been using a new curling wand by the brand New Me. I'm really liking this at the moment because I'm able to create really natural hairstyles, especially loose curls. Those are by far my favorite. So I'm just taking random strands of hair and wrapping it around the wand. I'm alternating ways so that I can get a very natural result, and I always leave about 5 to 6 centimeters away from the wand so that the end doesn't look too curled and too perfect. The great thing about curling my hair this way is that I don't have to be too precise or too perfect, really, because I want it to look as natural as possible. Once everything is curled and has a chance to cool down a little bit, I'm just running my fingers through the curls, and then I'm going to use this little product from Avocado. This is the damage remedy. I use just a tiny bit of it and I run it through my curls. I like the way it makes them look and it takes care of my hair in the same time. And the very last step in my morning routine is choosing a pair of earrings. I pretty much wear the same jewelry every single day, but I like to switch up my earrings. It's finally time to get to work, so I'm going into my own office with my water bottle because I want to make sure to stay hydrated. I always start my day by writing a to-do list for the day. I actually use two kinds of notebooks on a day-to-day basis. The first one is my bullet journal in which I keep my monthly goals and ideas for blog posts and video, and then the pink one has a single day per page, and that's where I keep a very detailed to-do list for the day. The first thing that I'm doing today is answering emails. Emails are always a big part of my life. If it's between collaborations, paperwork, stuff for my website, I'm always replying to emails. I have to say that with the recent news, I've been getting a lot less collaboration requests and a lot of them has been postponed. But today I'm still answering emails from my accountant because he had a couple of questions. So I'm doing that this morning. After that, I'm doing my reporting for a recent collab that I did with a brand. I'm basically sending over screenshots of the analytics and just showing how well the post has performed. And then I'm going onto YouTube to answer all of your comments. I do have two YouTube channels. One of them is in English and the other one is in French. So I always make sure to check both of them. I have to confess that reading your comments and replying to all of you is one of my favorite parts of the job. And then one thing that has really changed for me since the quarantine has started is that I started doing my grocery shopping online. Before all of that started, we used to go grocery shopping probably once or twice a week, and we had a really detailed list and a meal plan, but things have changed so quickly that I'm now ordering groceries online. I always call my mom beforehand so that I can order a few things for her as well and drop that in her garage, but that's what I'm doing right now. You might not know that we actually have 2 dogs and 3 cats that keep us very busy, and today I was in my office and Chelsea came around because she wanted to play and she wanted a little bit of attention. So I dropped my work for about 5 to 10 minutes just to play a little bit with her and cuddle her as well. At around 12:30, it was time to think about lunch, and today I'm making some homemade soup and a tomato mozzarella salad. I'm always starting by washing my hands, and I recently added a little nail brush within reach of our kitchen sink just to make sure that my hands are always extra clean. So we've had this blender for a few years. It was actually a wedding gift and I've been loving it for smoothies but also to make soup because it does all the work for you. So today I'm just going to use a little bit of organic potatoes. I'm adding some frozen onions. These are the best to always keep on hand to make soups. And then I'm going to add some organic leeks as well. And you will see this blender makes making soup super easy. Then I'm going to add some vegetable stock. I love using this powder, it is so easy. And then I'm going to add a little bit of a Himalayan salt as well. I just need to add a little bit of water and then I'm putting it back on the base and just setting the cooking time for about 15 minutes. And it's gonna do all the work for me. This has honestly changed my life because I don't have to be near the pot when it's boiling, and as you can see, it's doing absolutely everything for me. And then once it's done, I just have to blend it. While my soup finished cooking, I'm just emptying the dishwasher. I love having a clean home since we're here pretty much all the time. And then I'm just logging my water using the Lifesum app. I've been loving this app recently. And then I'm just getting everything ready to do the tomato and mozzarella salad. And we are so lucky because we have this beautiful basil plant in our kitchen and it makes all our fresh food so tasty. My blender just beeped to let me know that everything is cooked, so now I just have to blend it, and as you can see it's so easy because you don't have to use anything else and the soup is ready within minutes. So I'm gonna pour it into the bowls and I'm going to use a little bit of seeds as topping. This is a mix of seeds. We have linseeds and sunflower seeds and it's just full of goodness and it adds a little bit of crunch. By then, my husband Hono came downstairs to prepare the salad for me, which is so nice. And when we're cooking, we usually have Chelsea and Fendi just there in case anything drops on the floor. After lunch, I always try and spend a few minutes with my pets. We usually have the cats sleeping inside. They truly are living their best life. And then of course we always have the dogs with us all day long. They absolutely love it when we're home like that all the time. Before going back to work, I like to load the dishwasher and I'm just going to wash a few dishes. Since we're home all the time right now, I think it's super important to keep it really clean and tidy at all times. I'm also going to make myself some tea, and do you remember back in my old vlogs when I was using this tea machine? You seem to really enjoyed it. Years down the line, I'm still using it pretty much every single day. This is by Avril. It's also a kettle, but this is great to make tea because you just have to put everything, put on what kind of tea it is, and then it's doing all the work for you. So I'm just pouring myself a cup and then I'm pressing the keep warm button on the machine because it's gonna keep my tea warm for up to an hour, which is great because I'm gonna enjoy it all afternoon. This afternoon I'm actually filming a video. It's all about the products that I've recently used up, and although I have some great backgrounds to film in my office, you can see that it always takes me a little bit of time to get everything set up and in place. Once I'm done filming both video, because I film one in French and then one in English, I'm just importing all the footage onto my computer, and I'm using Final Cut Pro to edit all of my videos, and then I'm just crossing a few things off my to-do list to make sure that I'm doing everything that needs to be done this day. While all the footage is importing into Final Cut, I'm just working on the thumbnail in Photoshop. As you can see, it's a lot of trial and error. It's not that easy to create the perfect thumbnail. So as you can see, I'm trying a few different things before deciding on something that I really like. So now that everything is imported into Final Cut Pro, I can start editing the videos. And editing is one of those things that really take a lot of time. For this video that I filmed, I think it took me about an hour to an hour and a half to edit it. But today I'm recording the voiceover of this video that you're currently watching, and it's taking me a crazy long time. I feel like I've been editing and recording the voiceover for about 6 hours now. And since I'm doing most of my videos in both languages, it takes me quite a lot of time to edit both of them, but I really enjoy it. I try and finish work every day at about 5:30 or 6 so that I can take some time and play with the dogs in the garden. They enjoy it as much as I do, and then I'm just going to water our plants and our vegetables. We have a few things growing in the garden. We have some kale, some salad, but we also have a lot of flowers, and it hasn't been raining for a few days here in Belgium, which is really, really nice, but that means I have to water everything. The rest of my evening is just gonna be cooking some healthy dinner for my husband and I, and then I feel like we're both gonna crash on the couch and watch one of our favorite shows. We absolutely love watching The Simpsons, South Park, and Family Guy, so that's probably what we'll do tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed spending this time with me today. I hope that you're all staying home and staying healthy. Take care, everyone. I will see you next time. Bye.